It's Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Obiajilo Olabisi Ugbo, and as usual, I have the amazing co-host with me this morning, YK in the building.
Joe. Good morning.
How
Good
you
morning.
doing
How are
today?
you doing?
Colorful in what's this color? Is it
Pink
rouge?
and
Pink
wine.
and red.
Well,
Okay.
it's a wine, burgundy
Yeah.
wine.
A mix of it. It's beautiful.
I like all the lips. Mwah.
Kiss, kiss.
I'm inheriting the shirt from her anyway.
Hey,
Yeah.
you've already lobbied for it.
Yep.
Wow. I'm always late to this kind of parties, but it's okay. My God, we fight for me. How you doing?
But I don't know that it will be your size, shall
It will
It
be.
It's not your tall.
It will.
Yeah, well, it will be. Because it's quite oversized on you, so it
It
will
will
just
be.
fit perfectly on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
if you
are
say
you
so.
doing?
We started with celebration. We had the dance competition on Saturday and the fashion competition on Sunday, which you guys did not attend.
I'm
But thank
so
you, Abigail and
sorry.
Moyo
Oh.
of the broken pidgin English. Your view.
Yeah.
So they used to call them broken English. I forgot it used to be broken English.
This is now they call it pidgin.
Yeah.
So thank you to you guys, and no thank you to you that did
we're
not
sorry.
attend.
We will show up. Don't worry. We will know how to do our own.
And
Sincerely from the bottom of our hearts,
We apologize.
we have the schools debate tomorrow.
which we will be there.
Yeah.
You're only there for a reason. You're only there
No,
because
I'm
you're
a
a judge.
judge
I will
every
be
year. Nothing you can do about it.
Stand
You're
up.
not there to support me.
I'm supporting you, YK. I've been a judge
YK.
supporting you for years. It's not fair.
Look,
No. Why can we didn't show up on Sundays not for lack of support?
Yeah.
We'll tell you our.
YK knows now.
She already
But you
knows
know
why I
we'll
didn't show up.
show
I'm
up in
preparing
different
for the
ways.
burial, the 40 days burial of my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And I
In fact,
hosted
sorry,
family
Abigail and
members.
Moyo were very shocked that you people didn't
Didn't
come.
come. I was shocked myself.
Continue your
But by
story.
5 o'clock, we were still hosting. I couldn't leave the house. My
After
in-laws
the
were
show,
everywhere in the house. It
double
seemed
it.
insensitive. So I had to stay back. And
We understand.
We're at that point.
Why can't we understand later? Don't worry.
Don't mind that.
I even understand her own a bit.
Okay, you don't
A
understand
bit.
my own.
She said she went to church. The time of church and the time of the fashion show.
It's very-
Alagbado. You know, I had a party on Saturday, Alagbado on Sunday. By the time I got back, I was tired, and my kids were going back to school.
They haven't been going to school since last
No,
week.
I was taking them back to boarding now. They came home for that weekend, so I had to take them. But let's come to
Me, I don't tell lies. I don't give
wow.
excuses, whatever. I didn't show up, and I should have showed up.
Oh wow!
And even though I have my excuses, I don't think it's valid enough for the role that YK plays in my life. So all I can say is I'm deeply sorry.
no, that's just video. Yeah, exactly. That's just diplomatic. I disagree with you.
You have spoken your own. Nobody said anything. For me, I'm deeply sorry, and I will show up every other day from now on. That's your own.
But every year, only
Well,
the
Yeah, I had a
and
reason
the
not to
symposium.
show.
Those are the sacrosanct celebration events.
I don't know. Everything is sacrosanct to me, YK. There's none of your event that is less important than the other. Just know. But, but I had a lovely. My weekend started off quite nicely. I was at the dinner that was where Sophie Okonedo, she's an actress, Hollywood actress, came to Nigeria, and then she was being hosted by friends, and I was there. She's so down to earth. Some of you will know her from Hotel Rwanda. She was the wife, Don Chido. She has so many awards. She's like top Hollywood actor.
Don't prepare us.
Yeah,
Don't prepare us. Well
and
done.
we're there. We took pictures, and she's so down to earth. And we talked about everything. We talked about
Exactly.
No,
See,
no,
she didn't have excuses.
Because she was going to
Please,
meet
we have to
Hollywood
go
people.
on a short break. When we return, we take
Tell us
today's
about-
top stories.
But anyway, my
in the
phone got
newspapers.
missing, and I only found it this
No, she
morning.
lost her phone.
Yeah,
They're not Tifa.
so I was
When we
upgraded.
return, we'll go into the papers. Today is just Tuesday, and YK must accept our apology.
I must.
See you.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We'll be starting the paper reviews from The Nation. Major headline: President to all workers avoid strike that undermines economy. Local processing spurs share revenue growth. Tinubu directs NACON to reduce 2026 Hajj fares. 2027, lawyer urges court to stop Jonathan from contesting. More controversies over minister certificate saga. Here we have low turnout at secretariats as Osun Council workers resume after 8 months strike. APC, PDP, LP, APGA, NNPP, others shun reps consultative meeting on constitution review. What stories do we have in The Nation?
Let me start with the share notes story. So, of course, we remember that there was a ban by the president of export of share notes, and so local processing has kick-started because of it. According to this Nation's report, very encouraging one. It shows that market prices for the share notes now stands at 1,000 naira per kilogram. Before the policy, it was a very, very cheap commodity locally because most people were looking at export, but the processed shea butter becomes extremely expensive because everybody's targeting export. Now there are about 20 companies, processing plants in Nigeria who were performing at below 30% capacity, but now they have products locally. They've established locally, they cannot be importing shea nuts. Nigeria still accounts for a third of the entire world global production of shea nuts, and so we should be able to process it here. So the renewed agenda, as reflected by the president's policy on this, is of course to boost local production. According to The Nation, 20 local plants are now able to secure raw materials for their production, and according to the PRO of the Nigeria Agribusiness Group, it says that this is a long-needed intervention. It said the policy gives us the stability we've long needed to plan, invest, and expand. And so we're looking at how this will boost job production, boost manufacturing locally, and of course our economy entirely. So it's a welcome one.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
I have the major headline, and it's the strike. So the federal government came hard on Pengassin yesterday over last month's strike during their face-off with Dangote refinery. And he says that we cannot hold the nation to ransom because of issues that we can amicably settle across the table. And this is according to our president. They said he was being represented by his vice. And let me just read, some of the things that he described. He said the president described the Dangote group president as not just an individual, but an institution. He urged labor unions to exercise restraint and seek peaceful dialogue in addressing industrial issues involving the refinery. He said that the refinery, which was financed through a mix of equity, debt, and local and foreign bank loans, should remain operational to meet its financial obligation and sustain national economic stability. The refinery has to function to service the debt. We cannot hold the nation to ransom because of issues that we can amicably settle across the table. He said that if Dangote had invested $10 billion in Microsoft, Amazon, or Google, he might be worth $70 to $80 billion today. But he chose to invest in Nigeria. We owe it to future generations to promote, preserve, and protect the interests of every Nigerian. And he's asking, for caution and introspection. Then we also have the NNPCL boss lamented that the Pengassin Dangote refinery led to, some issues. He says we lost significant production of over 200,000 barrels per day and also experienced deferred gas output while about 1.2 megawatts of power generation was affected. Anyway, all in all, what you hear is that they are calling this an economic sabotage and that we need to find a better way to handle issues like this. You don't have to hold the whole of Nigeria to ransom for issues like that.
2,500 per kg. As at yesterday, my neighbors are still carrying cylinder up and down. So it's very, very unfair.
So the strike is really on whose behalf? What we're really fighting for?
We're supposed to be fighting for our behalf, for us, and now we can't even cook in our houses conveniently.
When they are claiming they are fighting for the workers, you understand? They claim
they're fighting for 800 workers.
800 workers.
And again, the 200 million Nigerians should just suffer.
Well, what they think is that if 200 million Nigerians suffer for 800 workers, we should look at it as a sacrifice. I'm guessing that's what is in their mind.
I agree.
I'm not.
Then
I'm
that's
not
we have to share
We
gas.
need some mindset
But I'm just-
re-engineering in this.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, did you?
Jonathan, take the story.
Yeah, the Jonathan story. Lawyer John Mary Gideobi has asked the Federal High Court to bar President Goodluck Jonathan from contesting. He had added the defendants are INEC and the Attorney General of the Federation,
Okay.
including as well as Jonathan. He's saying that because Jonathan has taken the oath twice, he can't take it a third time. But the good.
Yeah. Okay, you lost it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
let me
it's-
just
Okay,
finish
continue.
up. Yeah, so what they are saying basically is the fact that Jonathan had taken the oath twice. The time the first one was him replacing the dead president Yar'Adua, and then the second time was when he
his
now
own.
contested. So he says if he takes it the second or the third time, it comes against the constitution that you're not supposed to do the oath more than twice. But experts are saying that, and even the lawyers are saying that it's an oath. It's not like you were elected twice for two different tenures.
Yeah, but you see the thing
so it's
that
not considered a third tenure if he contests for the 2027 elections.
what is confusing, maybe Nima can clarify this for us, is the governor of Ondo State, who remember he was the deputy governor during
when this man died,
and he even only did it once, one term.
Yes.
But now they say he cannot run for a second term.
Why?
And that's one of the reasons why they were
who is
advancing.
interpreting? Because it's also very good that they brought it before the court,
okay.
so that we have a final decision, a declaration by the court on what is legal, what is not.
Yeah, the courts
So
have
when you
declared
are
anyway.
taking oath of office, not through an election, but in active capacity, filling a vacancy, I think that clarity is needed. I don't know of any precedent that.
Yeah, because that's why I'm wondering why the governor of Ondo State cannot run again.
Yeah, he has to take it to court anyway.
But
So
I don't think
this
it's
one they are
separate.
taking Jonathan to court to settle for it. That was.
Yes, okay. The president will now overflow. Let's take a short break now. When we come back, the paper reviews continue. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys!
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Natika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name is Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
You no go see
disappear.
am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, you don't vex, don't give him signs.
If they look for person, we go give them to you. Fact as it be. Men no they ever get fault. If baby not there for her,
Na woman.
na the woman.
Talk no dey be person make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open court in the morning, wetin no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Husband, we no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known, for when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news.
We are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadidoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to Eastland. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
Did I say I dare fool?
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You know, guys, E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Welcome back. We're still reviewing the papers. The Punch. Pengasin fires back as Shetima defends Dangote. Insecurity, Tinubu to meet Council of State Police Thursday. Petrol imports dropped to 8-year low, according to report. 2027 lawyer asks court to stop Jonathan from contesting. Enugu Governor, Minister trade wars over alleged certificate forgery. Natasha resumes as Senate today after 6 months of suspension. Court remands Lagos accountant over alleged 200 million theft, and ASU mobilizes chapter for October 13 warning strike. What do we have in the Punch?
Okay. So in Enugu, drama is happening. You know, the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Naji, has been embroidered in this certificate saga where his degree that he got from the University of Nigeria is looking like he went to serve before he finished. Yeah, that's how the details coming. It's
when Nima says it's looking like
what's it called? What they give us at NYSC? Discharge.
Okay, discharge. Okay,
when you're
certificate.
Done. Yeah.
No, when you're done,
shows that he was already in camp 3 months before graduation. That's how it shows. So he is insisting that the governor of Enugu State, Mba, is behind it. Peter Mba, and he know what is happening because Peter Mba is trying to defect to the APC and considers him a threat because he is an APC member, you know, and a minister. So, you know, offices are clashing now. And so it's Peter Mba that is sponsoring it, according to his media aide, who is replying to the governor. But I think I've been watching this matter, you know. The allegation, let me read the point before they say his name that they are putting. Says that he forged his university and National Youth Service Corps certificate, describing claims as politically motivated. Wow. So those are the issues, and he's insisting through his media aide that the governor is behind it. Governor on his other part say carry your cross
or behind exposing
behind the politically motivated exposure. He's governor that is politically sponsoring this exposure. Governor should go and clarify. He's even sitting on a very sensitive ministry. Innovation, technology.
We need to bring sharp.
No, so the best thing is to come and clarify.
Go to the university,
and the response from the school, because it's not in this story, I will not take the response. But the response from the school did help. So I think it's something you must clarify.
Yeah, the response from the school was that he didn't do. They say he didn't do it. In fact, I've been following it.
He didn't do it. It's YK that said it.
Why
is the story? No, before they will say I didn't stick to the story. That's why. In the story in the Punch, she didn't cite.
Okay, petrol imports dropped to 8-year low. So importation of PMS, that's petrol, into Nigeria has dropped to an 8-year low in September. They said there's a sharp decline that has happened, and this is as a result of government reforms and expanding local refining capacity, continue to redefine Nigeria's downstream oil market. A report by Argus on Monday disclosed that Nigeria received 116,000 barrels per day and shipped by sea last month, and that has dropped to 154,000 barrels per day as per August, and this is the lowest since 2017. The decline persisted even as operations of the country's 650,000 barrel per day Dangote refinery was slowed down by ongoing maintenance and recent industrial action by Pengasin. So it shows that we're doing something right. We're importing less because we're doing better on the home front. And even though we've had this strike and that has stalled, you know, production, it still has not reduced. I mean, it still did not increase the amount of importation that we have done in this short time. So
hopefully we'll stop importation
completely. Yes.
Amen.
Okay.
So after 6 months punishment suspension, the senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti Uduaga, is set to officially resume today. So this assurance was given by her lawyers. Her lawyer, Victor Giwa, he said he gave the interview, and he's saying that the upper chamber had, you know, they had shifted their resumption date to October 7th, and she's set to go there, and Giwa has expressed optimism, saying the worst is over. He says our clients should go and just resume straight today. So I'm sure everybody is going to be following this news. Is she going? Is she coming? Will they give her another suspension? Or how?
Somewhere that have already opened office. So I just like to see that she comes back to the house, strong. Better.
Yes. She comes back and she just does her job, and they leave her
to do her job. Yes.
Okay. You know, if they have court case, let them go and sort out their court case.
Daily Sun now. PDP won't die. Governors assure members of fairness and equity. Abia, Oti attacks Reps Deputy Speaker, brands him traitor. Any public officer accused of certificate forgery owes Nigerians duty to come clean. MBA Peter Obi. Economy has grown to $372.8 trillion US, despite headwinds. This is according to the VP, Shetima. Pengasin Dangote dispute. Tinubu urges caution retrospection. Benue farmer loses 5 children in boat mishap. And constitution review, we must restore confidence in public institutions. I have the sad story, the Benue farmer. Said a farmer, Obagaji Agatu, local government, Benue State, has lost 5 children in the boat mishap that occurred on Sunday. They said the Obagaji Ame is a grieving farmer. He said he had gone to the farm with 6 children to harvest crops on that fateful day. That's October 5th, when the incident occurred. He spoke to newsmen on the phone yesterday. Unfortunately, he says on their way back home, the small boats they were in with heavy loads capsized in the river. He said there was a rescue team made up of local divers and immediately raised, but they regretted that 5 of the children died. He only survived with one of his sons. He added that the incident had thrown the entire Bagaji community into mourning. So confirming the incident, Chairman of Agatu local government, Melvin James, said that 7 people were on the boat, the canoe, when it capsized, and 5 children died in the mishap. According to him, the man and 6 of his children had gone to the farm to harvest their crops, but on their way back home, the canoe conveying them capsized and they drowned. They said the canoe was overloaded, which might have caused the mishap, and it's just so unfortunate that they had to lose 5 of his children. That's so painful.
The fact is that, but they were in
I don't think
life
so.
jackets.
I'm sure it's all these local boats now. Local
The
canoes.
government has to enforce
Wooden
people,
canoes.
to wear life jackets. One,
It's important.
And don't
stop them
overload.
from, because the pilots of the boat, they're not going to. Is it pilots they call them? They are not going to let them tell them it's overload.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure it's even a canoe.
They should also. I saw a
Let's
video
take another
of
story,
YouTube.
because of time.
We'll move on.
Who's ready?
Let's go on.
Daily Sun. Okay. Vanguard. I think this will be our last paper for today. Where do we have good stories? Vanguard or Tribune? Let's quickly take-
Vanguard.
Vanguard is good. Okay. So collapsed roads making life unbearable for travelers. Tax stamp rollout could worsen inflation. Pro-gay female archbishop. Nigeria's Anglican Church breaks from Canterbury. Vanguard outreaches restores hope for newspaper vendors and vulnerable Nigerians. Nationwide strike looms as ASU non-academic staff of universities issue ultimatum. What do we have in the Vanguard?
The Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion, has declared spiritual independence from the Church of England, rejecting the appointment of Bishop Sarah Mullally as the new Archbishop of Canterbury. They said that her support for same-sex marriage and her elevation as the first female to hold the position signify a troubling moral decline with the leadership of the Anglican Communion. So for them, they said, according to, that's for us, for Nigerians, they said, according to Primate of the Church of Nigeria, Most Reverend Henry Ndukuba, he says that the announcement that was made 3rd of August was devastating and insensitive. They have accused the Church of England of ignoring deep divisions already facing the global Anglican community. They said this election is a double jeopardy. That first, it disregards the conviction of majority of Anglicans who cannot accept female headship in the episcopate, and second, it is more disturbing that Bishop Sarah Mullally is a strong supporter of same-sex marriage. And as we know, the Nigerian church, where they stand when it comes to same-sex, yes. So for them, they have now separated themselves from the Church of England.
Wow,
spiritual.
That's interesting. Thank you, ladies. That's all we can
what
take.
the repercussions will be.
That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. The show continues after this break. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't use signs.
If they look for person, we go give them to you. Fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get force. If baby not dey for her,
na
the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We not even take responsibility for the children. Please the man.
And that's some poria.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear.
Thanks for staying with us. In a video trending online, filmmaker Tochukwu called out Nigerian parents, especially those raising Gen Z, accusing them of failing to instill work ethics in their children. According to him, while many Gen Z creatives are brilliant, a growing number are confusing. He argues that their parents, even respected leaders and professionals, have overcompensated in raising them out of a desire not to be strict like their own parents. They've chosen friendship over discipline. The result? A generation that's smart but struggles with resilience, respect, and basic workplace etiquette, like sending voice notes to their CEOs instead of proper emails. The question is this truly a parenting failure? You can join the conversation and call us on 02016 352013 or 0902 3440 or tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Many of us work with Gen Zs. We have them all around us. Many of us are raising Gen Zs. And this has been a topic that, especially we millennials are, you know, discussing over and over, because especially if you're an employer of labor, you find that these Gen Zs are ready to work, but their work etiquette is different from what we were, you know, taught as people going into employment. They do things differently, they see things differently, they handle issues differently. They are at the forefront of is mental health, my mental health, I cannot cope. You even have people resigning on WhatsApp, you know. The culture is just so different from what we are used to and what we were taught, that this is how to be in a professional setting. But let me come to you, ladies. What are your experiences so far with the Gen Zs that you've come across? And do you think it's a failure on our part? Do you think there are things we're not doing right in raising them that's making them, you know, be a certain way?
Okay, Gen Z. I heard someone said Gen Z the other day, and I was like, yeah, I prefer that Gen Z anyway. But, you know, I think we have these conversations maybe off the table quite frequently amongst us. And, you know, I have said, you know, one of our conversations that Gen Z did not fall from heaven. They were raised.
Remember, you have Gen Zs.
Yes.
As children.
They were raised. Mind, they are alphas.
No, they're not.
Yeah, my son and daughter are alphas.
I have one Gen Z, the rest are alphas.
Yeah. So anyways, so they were raised. They didn't fall from heaven. Someone nurtured them and brought them up to be this certain way. And the truth is that because we've seen it, the things that we had criticized our parents about, we try to do differently. But millennials, are we the ones that give birth to Gen Z? I don't know.
No, some of us now, like me, enter one now, enter Gen Z.
So you know, so in our minds, to correct the transgressions or the mistakes that our parents made, we decided to raise them this way. So they have turned out exactly how we have raised them. And so, you know, now that, you know, we're seeing the repercussion or the result of that training, you know, we're now thinking, were our parents really wrong in the way that they raised us? Because what I see, okay, let's not just make it all about negatives. The positives that I see with them is they are very bold. They are quite confident. With us, it was not just respect for authority, it was fear of authority, you know. If they say, sit down here, you sit down. Even if you're right, you know, when they accuse you of something, even when you're right, you dare not open your mouth. There has to be a way that you will speak to your leader or your boss. And it wasn't just about respect. It was as if, do so. And they need to see that you're afraid of them. But the Gen Z don't have that. So on the one part, it is a positive because they seem more confident. But on the other part is that they've taken it to such a point that they don't even understand that some basic respect. They've taken this respect is not given but earned to another level where they don't even realize that the fact that someone who is standing before you is older, has more experience at the job already earns the respect that that person should earn, the respect that that person has for having even more experience than you. They would go back and forth with you over things. And then the second part of it I don't like is when you try to correct them, they have this almost irritation. It's either they think they know better than you or they're irritated by your correction. So there's one thing not to know. There's one thing because that's how I was raised, this is all I know. But there's another thing about learning. Again, if someone is trying to teach you and correct you, and don't make it be about, you know, who do you think you are? You don't know as much as I am, as I do. Now, there's this young lady that works for me, and I have to tell you, I think she's an enigma because I cannot even put her in a box. She's obviously Gen Z. She's confident. She's, you know, everything. And yet, she's respectful. She understands, you know, proper work etiquette. And where she doesn't understand it, I would explain to her, and you would see confidently receive feedback and ask questions, which is something I haven't found lately. It's either you find a group that they are too fearful, too afraid to speak their mind, so they are grumbling inside and inside until one day they are so upset they burst, or the one that's just, you know, in your face constantly, you know, because they don't want any advice from you. So this girl just seems, well, to the point my mom doesn't even, it's not her she hails. She'll be like, who raised this girl? Anytime this girl comes around, my mom say, how are your parents? The girl thinks my mom is just being polite. She's gritty, she's honoring her parents that raised her because how is she able to balance this? So honestly, there is a problem with how they see authority. There's a problem with how they relate with authority. But I think that they can be taught, but only if they're willing to listen. The only thing I see that is a bit wonky in the whole Gen Z thing is their ability to accept or receive correction. They don't seem to like that very much. They want to maybe make their mistakes. And I've seen some of them actually make mistakes and then come back when, you know, a bit later saying, oh, I wish I had listened, which happens. But sometimes the best thing is if you are able to listen to the correction and just move on. So that's what I see.
It's part of the learning to make the mistakes.
True.
And sometimes to not listen to the correction. We millennials, we do too.
Yes, now.
You know, we don't like to agree. I remember one day in the mosque, my father was giving a sermon, and I thought he wasn't saying something correct. Imagine me. Hey.
I
remember that I laughed and said, come and tell me. And then I came and he said, okay. And then he said what I said, and then continued with his sermon, like, you just wanted to go ahead. But, you know, we had our own, you know. And I don't think that is
How old were you then? Because they had
to... just approaching, I think, 12.
So there's a difference.
So, I was going to say that, you know, it's not a parenting deficit. It's value that, you know, were not properly imbibed. Respect, you know, a reverence of people is something that you must give a child. But with exposure, we used to think, why just give it? I suppose, you know, the way they say that all those kind of customs that an adult makes no mistake when an adult is in the room. So when you're an adult and a young child can actually see you that you're making a mistake, to give you the respect just because you're older can be a bit confusing. And so we don't want to make the effort of putting in the conversation to younger people. But in our time, parents who put in the conversations were the ones who won our hearts, who took the time, as opposed to those who say, just do it as I said. And so these young people too are in that place where we now have to understand them because they are more exposed, there are more devices now. And what's this called? We had Google. Google came in our time. But they have more innovative...
Social media.
Not just social media, AI. You know, doing things for them. Projects where we write, go and be researching. People do their projects now. In 5 minutes. They even take courses on how to use AI to write it.
Yes.
You know, so a lot of things are making their own generation faster, and you don't want to catch up as a parent. You just want them to... It's like you're slowing them down. And it gives them that impression that... let me worry with people. So you don't connect. It's the connection that I feel is missing. In workplaces, you know, they have their vibe. And we were in that place at some point in our lives. With maturity that we started to accept certain relationships. We worked at it. We believe that the people around us must earn it, the respect. I remember that I come from a family where we don't kneel. And the first time I knelt publicly to someone, I felt... And when I got to this, I don't need. I said, I felt like I owed that person more than a kneeling. I felt that this person went out of their way. It's because my parents had raised me to see and appreciate something, to learn to appreciate when people take their time out of their own comfort to do something for you. Immediately I keyed into that relationship and I would not let it go because I felt in this busy rushing world, somebody took their time to pay attention to you and helped you out of it, as opposed to how the adults around me then. Those are aunties. They will go on and on just laughing. You make the mistake and learn and let you fall deeper into the mistake as opposed to, you know, helping out. Aunties. So a lot of these younger people were in that place where there's a mismatch of us trying to hold on to old traditions, them trying to do new things. Wow. There's no connection yet. And so there's conflict. It's constantly Gen Z. I find it easy to vibe with them. I find it funny the way they do their things. I just look at it like this one they do. But the ones that, you know, you want to raise, you give them. So as you're raising your Gen Zs, give them the values that you must give them. Okay. Yesterday I had the conversation with my sister about how my nephew was a device addict. He's always on it's this way. And he then started having insomnia. He won't sleep well. So we said, okay, an opportunity came for him to go and learn sales boy. There's a break in school, and so he worked with someone. And now he sleeps well. Because he has dropped the device. He has worked all day.
He'll be tired.
He'll be snoring. Mother said, he don't sleep. Oh, I said, you see, we thought it was a lot of things like that. When you give it room, you then see how it works.
Yeah. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll take YK's thoughts on this matter. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is the major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, you don't vex, don't give him signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be. Men no they ever get fault. If baby not there for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information. Welcome back. We're still talking about Gen Zs and their attitude to work and everything. YK, I'm ready.
Gosh. Very difficult for me because I'm not a millennial. I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a baby boomer.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm totally... So I think I don't even have problems with the Gen Zs. I think I have problems with the millennials.
What did we do? I like that.
You know? So what I think is just each generation feels that the next generation is worse than they were, that we are the better generation, we are the respectful ones. I am sure that my mother's generation probably thought, these children, they don't have sense. So it's just a generational thing.
I like that.
Other generation thinking, I want generation. Gen Zs don't even disturb me at all because I have problems. The millennials that are right beside me that I'm just, what's wrong with them? So, really and truly, I don't find...
YK, if it was to compare workplace behavior, millennial and Gen Z, how would you describe it? Because you've worked with both.
Yeah, I would go for the Gen Zs. I think their work ethic, I think they are even more hardworking than the millennials. The millennials just think, I know everything.
We were taught to pray.
I agree on that hardworking part. They're actually very hardworking.
Millennials are the ones that don't work hard.
I think millennials are the real problem. The Gen Zs and the Gen Zs that I come encounter, like Okiki now, very polite.
Oh, we love Okiki.
He's not a regular.
He's not a Gen Z. Oh, that was a Gen Z. Gen Z with angel wings.
No, Bono that we forget to come early, and you know, wing his way.
Okiki is not here now.
Yeah,
is he here?
But when he comes, how does he explain his absence?
I slept off.
So it's a lack of responsibility for me, right?
Okay,
so we were accountability. Thank you. We were taught to swallow some of the things that we were displeased about without questioning. Just accept it. Once he's an elder, as a matter of fact, I got into trouble working my former place because the Oga accused me of not coming to his office to greet him every morning. And he didn't have a conversation with me that is what was expected.
That's why I cannot like
yes, that was what, you know, if you had told me and I refused to do it, that's a different thing. You did not tell me that it's part of the criteria. In my employment letter, it was not there that I have to go and greet all the Ogas before entering my office in the morning. So he held it against me and he was using it to do me for a very long time. It was later I heard that they said BC was rude because anytime BC comes to work in the morning, she doesn't come to greet. And BC has gotten so many commendation letters for her work and excellence. So you did not add that I should come and greet you. Even in my, what's this, appraisal stuff, nobody had a conversation with me that this is what is expected. It was also a culture shock because I moved from the East down here, right? Yes. So what I'm trying to say is the Gen Zs have a way of doing things, which you have alluded to, that we need to understand them. But understanding them and not teaching them the basics, they are basics of everything. Respect, you know, ability to greet, when you are given something to do it well, hard work and all of that. We are not enforcing,
start and finish.
Yes, start and finish a project, finish a task. We are not putting emphasis on some of those things.
Can you put it to that, because you are a millennial, you don't have that, you are just being picky, because you go, the baby boomers are thinking the same thing of you.
They thought
so
the same thing
this
of
is what I think. Every generation, you know, do better than the previous one. And with each generation comes more freedom. So we're not allowed to speak back.
Yes.
In our time. A few of us were called rebels.
Yeah.
So the next generation, we thought, give them more freedom.
Yes.
As opposed to, first of all, establishing the values. Our parents were trying to establish values by taking away our own freedom. At some point, we thought, I will give my child that freedom no matter what. Let the child, as opposed to, first of all, teaching the values. For instance, I have a niece who, when she wakes up to greet her elders, is a problem. And all of us are just looking at her like this.
Waiting.
So when she passes everybody, we call her back. Come here. Have you greeted? Start to greet again. What we're trying to teach her was respect. But she thought, they are picking on me. I felt that way at some point in my life. When I wake up in the morning, I just want to do my things. When I'm ready to speak, I then greet everybody. They say, no, Auntie, when you wake up, you greet. When I got married, I can be looking at my husband in the morning and he'll be asking, did you greet me? I'll say, okay, are we greeting this, you know?
In this marriage.
Because I felt that we were all there. But right now, growing I'm insisting on my kids, you don't walk past anyone. Especially that's one that is very fast, that we're always catching. Greet, you know, teaching respect. Teaching difference to, you know, elders when it's deliberate. That's you on your parenting side, because what their freedom is going to give them, you know, you feel older. Their freedom has already given them innovation, it has given them tech, it's faster, smartphones, smart city, they are faster, they're already there.
You cannot hold that.
You know, trying
so
to
we need to instill the basics.
When you're not trying to pull it back, you get that clash. And, you know, you don't understand them.
Yeah, we have a caller on the line, Olorunwa from Ifako. Olorunwa, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, what my take on this topic is, I want you to understand something.
Okay.
These Gen Z, they are very workaholic, they are very smart, and they are very tolerating. But one thing I suggest is they need to nurture them. We need to make sure we monitor them. Fine. At times they go array, or how do I put it? Like they overstress themselves. They want to get a fast result when they are working. They are very fast at it. They want, once you put in their hard work, then they will be like, okay, the result should come out quick. it shouldn't be like that. Whether boomer, whether millennial, we need to monitor them, we need to nurture them, and make sure we understand them as well.
What are you?
I think that's my take on it.
Sounds millennial.
What are you?
Which generation?
Which generation are
I'm
you?
I'm a millennial.
Sounds millennial.
Okay.
The voice is still deep.
it's
Does
still,
not aged yet.
Miriam.
Okay, so for me, right, I feel like, you know, with every opportunity, you know, that you get in every generation, it creates a whole new set of skills. And so, as we said, with AI, social media, having the phones and things like that, so it has created this whole level of skills that people have. One thing I hear my friend who works in the bank talk about, she says that if you get Gen Z to work for you for 6 months, you are lucky. That they don't want the bank jobs, and when they come in for the bank jobs, they give you 3 months, 4 months, maybe 6 if they're really good, because they move on to other things. She's, you know, because we work together in the bank, and she says, you know, what we used to take, the salaries we used to take for the hours we used to give, they wouldn't take it because they can sit in their homes and be on their phones and make much more than you're giving them at the end of every month. So they'll come, get the necessary experience to help their CV, and then they say while they're doing the work, and they're wondering, this work does not require me to be here to do this job.
I can do it from home.
I can do it from home, and I can do it better, and I can even earn so much. So she says they don't have that. So they don't have this almost like loyalty to a brand or loyalty to a person or a job, because we had, you know, we needed to be validated by our bosses, you know, and our jobs were important to us. That's how we described ourselves. Our identity. Who are you? I'm a banker. I'm a this. I'm a that. They can tell, if you ask me what do you do, they can name like 5 different. I'm an influencer, or 5 other things that they do at once. So some of those things also, because we see it as being, you know, lacking loyalty, but for them is that there are more opportunities for them to do better and more for themselves.
Can I throw in something I observed? It's in this part of the world, this our Africa, Nigeria, that I hear this Gen Z's attitude to work being different. Abroad, it's not like that. You clock in when you're supposed. Nobody cares about your age. You clock in when you're supposed to clock in. You send the emails when you're supposed to, or they let you go. So they are the ones that brought this generation.
No,
they are not the ones.
Missing the point. When Miriam was talking, I said, did we bring them to that? It's the reward system.
Okay.
So when you take it to that place, when you work, you clock in.
Get your
the reward matches it.
Yeah.
My young niece
like
changed 3 jobs. I was a referral. In fact, I was still filling form as referral for one. Before I heard that she don't land 1 job for Canada. In fact, when we were doing prayers for Mama on Saturday, her parents were there, and she's already in Canada for another life. She was talking to me, Auntie, I'm just 2 weeks in Canada. I said, Auntie, you know, but the reward system, the way we are loyal to a job that does not reward your hard work, does not reward your commitment, does not reward you being, the way they will bring a new person and reward the person with a new package, you'll be there. Because you have become stale, you know. So they see that system. They don't want to suffer that pain. There's no reward for suffering.
Yeah, let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll find a way to tie this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas. It shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast. fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP.
Welcome back. So in this conversation, we have established that we need to set the basics, which is teach the respect, teach the morals, make them to understand that there's hierarchy and all of that, which is good. But I would like to ask this question, which is, are we going to ignore the fact that these Gen Zs, this new generation, are trying to redefine the workspace? And why am I asking this question? I have a couple of them working for me, and I got a hiring company because I had to restructure my business so that at least I'm able to take some hours off while I focus on finding money and clients and all of that. So the recruiting company told me that many of these young people who I'm going to get to work in the capacity of marketing, content creating, sales rep and all of that, they do hybrid work. They are not going to clock in Monday to Saturday for my work, no matter how much I'm going to pay. And so it just dawned on me that they are changing the landscape of leadership. They're changing the landscape of work as we know it, as we used to know it. And so I have a couple of them working for me. They don't clock in every day. I had to understand that as long as they are able to deliver their KPIs, for instance, the content creator knows that she has to schedule her content and there must be post at so and so time on my page at so time. She doesn't have to come to the office in order to get that done. Are we facing this new reality to see that working in this, in this time, in this generation has changed from what we were used to, where they tie you down? You can't, in this part of the world, you can't even do 2 or 3 jobs. You can't even take 2 or 3 jobs at our time. But now we have a couple of Gen Zs who are doing 2 or 3 jobs and making money, and they don't have to clock in to one particular organization all the time. Should we start readjusting to this new reality in connecting to what Nima had said earlier, that we need to understand them better in order to do better?
I think first and foremost, COVID is the one that taught us that you don't have to
It's
clock
possible.
in. Because before COVID,
yeah.
everybody was clocking in. Whether you're Gen Z, whether you're Gen Alpha, any Gen you are clocking in. But COVID now taught us that
you don't need that.
You can work from home. Now the Gen Zs, now the advantage they have is they have taken advantage. They have taken advantage of this situation. They have mobile phones. They have mobile tablets. They have everything.
Yeah.
Look, the other day, and my nephew is not. He's in between. He's on the cusp of Gen Z and
millennial.
I had to do this interview, and they wanted to use the studio, and then there was Maggie doing crack on the computer, on the crack. I was just doing like this. It was just like a miracle to me.
Yeah.
That I'm, where we are. We don't go.
Close
60 something. We are closing. We are almost jumping to the other side. The elder of the elders.
Yeah.
Now, if you even say, I will give you $1 million, that thing Amade is doing, do it. I will use that money because I will not know anything.
Yeah.
So they have trained their minds to know all these things, or they just grew up knowing all these things because
it's a generation, and we paid for it.
Yes, they are in that generation.
With our money.
With our hard it's your work.
With our hard money.
Did they beg to be born?
Oh no, they chose.
They did not beg to be born. You decided inside the enjoyment that you are having to have them. So anything that comes with having them,
I should take it.
Take it and take it and own it.
The story you just gave reminded me of when many years ago when the phones came out. And then you could take videos on your phone. I remember we had gone to the farm and came home, and I showed my grandma on the phone the farm. She was in awe. She was like, "What? Wow. You mean the farm? You mean you took on this small thing?" She kept looking at it because usually it's on the big screen, TV screen or the radio. But that you can carry this thing, put in your pocket, come home and show me what you did at the farm. She was so much in awe. If only she was alive and she saw what they're doing today.
What they're doing with the... I remember when I first saw computer, there was no tab when I was... There was a computer, the big computer. Then I just see the computer. Then laptop came out. Hey, see as laptop be. Now, it's in my very eye. This tab is even big. You see the smaller one like this? That one, they do cry. Everything will just do big. They will do about 3 different clinical 10 cells will just come out. You'll be looking. So, what is their generation is... They're more
smarter.
Tech savvy.
They're advanced.
Tech savvy. They're more technologically.
They're actually advanced.
So it's giving them more freedom. But there are some things that we go.
Experience helped us.
That when you talk to them and you did that. So we all have something to give each other.
Yeah.
I like that.
And what I feel that we have to give them is. Oh, you have a call?
Yeah, I have a call. I'll come back to you. Yusuf from Aja. Good morning, Yusuf. Yusuf, are you there?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to appreciate your efforts about this program. It's a wonderful program. I really appreciate
Thank
the
you.
program. One thing that I want to say about this Gen Z, the good thing and the bad thing of them is that. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, the good thing and the bad thing about this Gen Z, in their generation, they love much money. They don't want to work over that money. Okay. One thing I must look on them, the aspect of their life. Hello?
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Oh.
I think we lost him. Yeah, we lost him. Yes.
Yeah, that's
was talking
he
about
was saying, yes, how they like, but that's something I hear about them as well.
Like money.
Yes. So you know how we were, and it makes the point. I mean, it also goes with we were taught also that there's some kind of relationships that you can build. That so some things may not give you immediate monetary results, right? Yes, you can delay reward. If you build a relationship, there are some things you can do, eventually it will give you that monetary reward. And I feel that, you know, even before the call out, what I was going to say is that what we can give this generation is the importance of real life human being relationships. I feel that they spend so much time on the computer and what the computer can do and how fast it can do for you. They forget that, you know, real life communication and relationship and building that sort of relationship is also important, because there will come a point in life, you know, where these things will not will not satisfy you. And that's why it's okay to, you know, when we talk about that respect is not only about having, you know, to lord it over another person, that you're building a relationship with someone who is much older and you're having these conversations with them. There are things that you can learn from that you cannot learn from your computers, whether you like it or not. There are experiences and mistakes that a human being who is much older or more experienced than you has made that you cannot learn from your computer. So those are some of the things. I hear some of the things that they struggle with in relationships. And in fact, I'll be like, wasn't it obvious, madam, from the beginning? Didn't you see the red flag? They don't seem to see all those things because this is what they are.
This is what they've grown up. So
exactly. So we need.
My
they need
daughter
that
is not
from
even
us.
a Gen Z. She's a millennial, and her life is in
computer.
Her computer. And I mean, so for me, my life is not in my computer because I love to gist. Our own baby boomers, we are the gisting generation.
I agree.
Come and give me gist. Tell me what's the latest now. Can you go? You are not going to get that latest in the phone. Well, you will get it
through
if
the
they send you. You know, but even when you see it, when you see a latest gist on the phone, you have to call somebody and say, did you hear?
Did you see?
Or did you see? Guess what? That one will now switch your belly. A Gen Z is not going to see that, and
I hear that they're quite lonely.
Yeah,
that this generation is quite lonely. They have so many followers, but very few real friends.
Skills are different. So with this innovation comes certain disadvantages. But they have learned newer ways to do it. They become more creative. So instead of insisting on your reward system being delayed, they believe in immediate rewards. You know, I think this is how you appreciate my effort. You immediately reward it. In some establishments, you see the difference. You see the millennials, the baby bloomers being maybe just giving respect of age, but you see the rewarding for the Gen Zs accurately given to them. Before they're in that place where if I'm at a job today, they don't do well. Let's say their head no one straight. I don't calculate what they're giving me and my time. You know, their factors of production, they don't twist them. They can do many things in that with more innovations that they have, devices, apps, and all of that, and be more productive, and they calculate it that way. As opposed to we who think that you show up, you spend 9 to 5 hours, and
so there has to be a balance.
Yes, I agree. I also see the disadvantage of that lack of social skills that they have because of the loneliness of talking through a device and all the time. But they see it completely different. We were talking about reward, and I was talking about how my young cousin resigned 3 jobs in 3 months. You know, I said, take it, go on, because I've learned from that, my other family friend, who's now working with a company in Australia, and he resigned 3 jobs in a year to land there.
To your point,
let's take
calculating his productivity well, is calculating his rewards well, as opposed to being loyal to one establishment who over time who owns the entire production and can carry their child from one abroad university and come and laud you. So own your business, and they have more sense.
We have Joe Boss from Benin. Good morning, Joe Boss. Are you there?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I love the topic you have today because my work has to do with the Gen Z, I mean the campus students. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm a Christian, and my Bible told me that if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? Our foundation is faulty, especially in Africa. And permit me to quickly talk about 2. Talking about culture. Placing Western education or Western education over our culture. You know that everybody in Nigeria or Africa wants their children to speak English than our dialect. This is a very big clash and crash. It's just like wanting bird to behave like snake. We are Africans, but we want to be like white. It's a very big crisis that we are having the result now. And also, talking about religion, I want to tell you what is even triggering the anger in this generation.
Okay.
The lies and its revelation in the religion are trigger anger in this generation.
They can see through.
Because of our grandparents have failed this generation. They've been so fearful of what we call lies. When you hear somebody say, tithe is paying tithe, you cannot make heaven, and our grandparents they will submit to that. So this generation has come to it and they have seen it as lies. So they are so angry and want to change things. So the thing we have to do is that we have to go back to the drawing board. We have to, let every of our children know how to speak our dialect. We have to teach them the truth of the word of God. So if you can do this, then the next generation will be better than this one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to ask him which of the gods.
Talk something, but there was a clash. The teaching our language came with religion. Teaching them a foreign language came with religion. It's part of the mentality the colonialists left us with, to feel less, to speak a certain language. I feel like I'm feeling struggling to teach. Because my parents raised me here, but in my house, if you speak in English, they look you. In fact, if you speak in Pidgin, my father would not listen. My mom would say it's near, because she was struggling to teach us the language. And all 5 of us speak my dialect well, and I didn't live at home. Wow. I'm there, married to the same tribe.
Now you so if you don't speak.
I speak well,
No,
but my kids.
Do you speak with him at home?
Yes.
Okay.
But my kids, they call it secret code.
Which is the mistake that I made that mistake with my daughter. My daughter can't speak. Why? Because
she thinks gossip.
We don't want her to hear. Instead of us teaching her.
Okay. You use it to gossip.
When I started speaking Hausa, my sister was the one that pointed it out to me. She says, you only speak Hausa to these children when you're reprimanding them. Don't do that. Quickly, she told me. I was like, oh, that's true. Before they take it as a language of punishment.
They don't take her like that. It's the language of that when you say, they will be joking about, they know that word. Like when I will say, if I slice, I will not interpret if I slice, you slap. In my language, it means, if I slice, slap for you. So they call it funny. It's called language of punishment.
So I had to, but to him, I was going to say that what I find with Gen Z actually is that where we were proud of our Western affectations, these ones are not. These ones are pushing. Are you seeing how? Yes, they are going to their roots and they are making it global. You are seeing our food.
A lot of them are using their hair.
Yes, their hair, their food, their fashion. I'm just seeing a lot of, especially online, you see people that live in Japan or live in just different far-flung countries.
But we eating our food, and
I think that we're doing better if that's what he means. Like if it's identity-wise, we're owning our identity, and
they are owning our identity for
millennials,
us. Identity that we have rejected.
Yes, the millennials really had that crisis.
Yeah. That's why I brought in that.
It was baby bloomers who were our teachers telling us that we did not. Vernacular in the school.
Baby boomers used to beat us for speaking vernacular in class.
And they gave us. No. They beat us. Baby bloomers. There was one baby bloomer that did a 6 years.
It was the one before us.
Generation.
They beat you.
Let us stop this thing.
Find out.
There was one baby bloomer that did a 6 years. A Nigerian Yoruba woman did a 6 years some weeks ago. This thing is online for people who know the news, who follow news. And she wore a ball gown. The basket under the ball gown. She wore it. She went for Thanksgiving. She wore and a hat. And I was like, And Gele would have just sold this woman's beauty. But I lie, they didn't do Gele there. Till the end of that event. As in, when she finally changed, she wore a simpler gown. This time around, they removed basket. So that the thing is not really a ball. And I was like, who do us like this? Throughout, as I was watching this thing, they spent a lot of money. Nigerian cream de la cream were attending. And I was just hot. So imagine a Gen Z watching us soon. When these baby bloomers were teaching us that that's how to be elite. That's how to report. That's the class for invitation.
About the etiquette part.
Now
when they taught us that we have to use fork and knife to eat our
supposed to enjoy it with your hand. Thanks. They made us have, this identity crisis when we thought when we had inferior complex about us being African. They will do it. They'll call it they will theme for the party, so that a Gen Z will now come and be looking at us. So are you saying that my grandmothers who did not meet Christ or Muhammad are going to hellfire? Who did not know my ancestors? Are you beginning to raise questions that that probes things that we couldn't
knew the generation before the baby boomers was called the silent generation.
No wonder they're very silent.
They don't remember. They were born between the mid-20s and the mid-40s, such as those born from 28 to 45. This generation was shaped by the Great Depression, World War II, leading to characteristics of caution and traditionalism.
Let's have mercy on them.
Our own was slavery that characterized our own silent
But I think we can wrap up this conversation at this moment. You wanted to say something before I wrap? Because your hand is up.
Yes, I want to give you the greatest generation born between 1901 and 1927.
Wow.
The silent generation born between 1925 and 1945. Not many of them are still around.
But a few of them,
a few of them are.
Very few.
Baby boomers are 1946 to 1964.
Okay, your people.
Which I fall under.
Okay. And then we already know the millennials and the Gen Z, and then the alphas. Those ones are going to be worse than what we are seeing right now. But I think we can wrap up this conversation. I think we've been able to, find a way to
the Gen Z are the brokest generation.
Gen Zs?
Yes.
No, they made more money.
No.
They're making more money. Why?
So because of the standard of living, things are much more expensive. So where baby boomers could buy retire into their own homes, many Gen Zs will not be able to do that.
It's just so unfortunate. But we've found a way to tie this with the fact that parenting plays a major role. So we can do our best in our homes, those of us that are raising the Gen Zs, to give them that basics of culture, respect, work ethics, hard work, and all of that. We'll do that. But when they go out there, they're going to meet other Gen Zs as well, where they are now into their tech and all of that. We also need to find a way to help them build real relationships. There's a topic I'm sure we're going to take when we come back if we don't have a guest, which talked about a family that their TV broke. And then they didn't have TV for a couple of months, and they were able to bond properly. So it's also a way that we can teach our Gen Zs how to have relationships. And it's unfortunate when you hear them. These days, they don't have relationships. They have situationships. So many things that we could not even process. We could not understand at the time. Many of them these days, they don't want to get married. I will also give it to them. They are very compassionate people. They are the ones looking into these ecosystems, sustainable, biodegradable materials and all of that. They think about the planet. They have compassion. They have empathy more than we ever had. And they are also quite honest. I'll give it to them.
Yes.
They are more honest than we that we are thinking that our behavior is better.
They don't have a reason to lie.
We have to dodge now. We can't see where we collect.
Our behavior is not any better.
It was for self-preservation.
I'm telling you. But we need to do better. We need to work together. And those that we have that are working under our employee, we also need to advise them. Take it one day at a time.
I have one
understand
more piece
them.
of information for you.
Oh no.
Generation X.
Yes, we know
after me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, before the millennials.
Yes.
So we're not even near you now.
But now put us for trouble.
Can
we move on to
when Nima said when Mr. Zibiri told Theo the age of his mom, may her soul rest in peace, that just passed. Now I call no say I don't hold though.
You didn't know before.
I know, but I know
it didn't hit
you people.
Honestly,
his grandma you should be calling me.
Yes,
of course, like that. No, he's not in that grandma. You're a grandma now. You are the one that is grandma.
We can take our
better tie your wrapper next time you're on set.
Before the ladies start throwing bottles, that's all we can take. When we come back, we'll move on to another topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view.
Plenty. My name na Chika Okeke. My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
Now waiting you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't bet, don't use signs.
If they look for person we go give am to you, fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her,
na the woman.
talk no dey be person yo make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Husband, look, we no even take responsibility for the children.
Please,
the man.
And that's some poria.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun. My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say na my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that other day, the man
You no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, you don't vex, don't give him
Signs dey always.
If they look for person wey go give am to you, fact as e be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Husband, we no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some period.
Thanks for staying with us. Joining us on the show is a Nigerian actress, Jemima Osunde. She will be discussing HPV, human papillomavirus infection. Welcome to the show, Jemima.
Thank you.
It's been a minute.
I know. At least a decade.
So, when I saw your name, the first thing is like, okay, what new work is she coming to showcase on television? And now I'm seeing HPV, and I'm wondering, why HPV? Why are you talking about it, and what do you think women don't know about HPV?
About HPV. Okay, first, good morning. Good morning. I love you all so much.
And you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And your hair is wonderful.
Beautiful hair.
I just have to admire you.
Yes,
you
admire you.
So look at you.
African people. Yes.
African, all those wigs.
It doesn't work.
You don't wear them.
Well, some people will still wear wigs.
Once in a while, but I like my natural hair. I'm a millennial. I skipped Gen Z by just 1 year.
What year?
96. I was born in 1996.
Okay. Yeah, you're like on the cusp.
On the border, right on the border. Thank
but
you
she's
so
beautiful
much.
and we appreciate her. Okay, let's move on to the topic of the day. HPV, please.
Yes, first, I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, why is it an actress talking about HPV? But I also have a medical background. I have 3 degrees now. I just completed my 3rd one, which is a master's in public health. My 2nd degree is in physiotherapy. So I was at the College of Medicine in Balut for 5 years. And my 1st was in clinical sciences. So I guess that sort of gives an explanation as to why I'm here talking about HPV. HPV, human papillomavirus, is a group of viruses. It's currently the 2nd most, it's responsible for 95% of cervical cancer diagnosis that we see. And based on the statistics now, we have at least 12,000 Nigerian women being diagnosed with cervical cancer every year. And the unfortunate part of the statistics is that 8,000 of the 12,000 women end up dying. And when you think about the fact that majority of these cervical cancers are caused by HPV, and HPV is largely detectable and preventable, then you realize that we need to talk about HPV because the goal is to keep Nigerian women alive. There are too many things killing Nigerian women, and cervical cancer is one of them. It's the 2nd most frequently occurring cancer amongst Nigerian women at the moment between the age of 15 and 44. And so when you consider the fact that the major cause of this is HPV, and it's so preventable, it's like, so why are we not talking more about it?
So yeah, you said it's preventable. How is it preventable? What do women, since it's a major cause of death for women, what do women need to do? How do they need to live? What awareness exactly? What's the cause of it that they need to have?
So we're talking now about 2 different things, right? Cervical cancer, which is killing a lot of Nigerian women. But now I'm saying one of the primary 95% of it is HPV. And the reason why HPV is such a big deal is because it's highly communicable. You literally just need skin-to-skin contact. So I can be sitting in a bus, a downfall, and the person beside me has it. And, the person might be asymptomatic. They might not present with any symptom. They might be living life feeling like they're healthy as a horse. I contract it, and I end up being in the unfortunate statistics of people that end up with high-risk cases.
How do you contract it?
Skin-to-skin contact. You don't even need to exchange body fluids, nothing. Skin-to-skin contact is enough to contract.
So it's not just sex.
So it's not just. People think that it's only. People think that it's only, you know, but it's not. I mean, it's one of the most popularly contracted STIs, but that's not the only way to contract HPV, and so that's why it's a major concern, because that's why it's so easily spread as well. People think you only need to do anything physical. No, you don't have to.
You're not a sinner before you get it.
You're not. You're not.
So, okay, to be fair, actually, we're hearing a lot about HPV vaccines.
Yes.
And for me, especially, they're asking our little girls as young as 10 years old, 9 years old to take these vaccines. And I'm worried, like, because I know the science of vaccines.
Yeah.
Could you educate us and enlighten us on why it's important for a child that young to get vaccinated?
Okay, I'll start by endorsing it 10 toes down. The best age to give your child, your daughter, the HPV vaccine is between 9 and 14. And there's so many reasons why. The very obvious one is because we assume that those are the non-sexual ages. And since one of the predominant ways to contract it is sexually, you want to give the vaccine before they start to do anything of that nature, so that whatever is introduced to the body is ready to defend itself against it. But also because if I bring a 9-year-old girl who's vaccinated and I bring a 39-year-old woman who's vaccinated, there's a 30-year difference of exposure. This woman has had 33 whole more decades of possible and potential exposure to the virus over the 9-year-old girl. Now, if the goal is to protect the girl child and keep the women alive, it really shouldn't matter, you know, at what point, especially when your goal is, you know, long term. So I think the earlier the better applies here. Another thing is people are talking about, oh, they're young. The HPV vaccine is now on the official Nigerian vaccination roster. So the way you have polio vaccines, where there's vaccines you give the baby in the first year, in the first few months of life, it's tested and tried. Like, these vaccines are not new. They're not, HPV vaccine has been around for ages. It's not a 2025 vaccine. It's been around, and there's statistics to show that it is effective and it is trusted.
Are you sure it's not these Oyibo people that are bringing these things to us? Because our grandmothers survived without many of these
something must kill a man now.
Yeah, something has to kill a man. But don't you think we are the ones that are poking the bear to get out some of this?
Because if you ask Donald Trump now, Donald Trump will say, don't take it to.
Didn't he just hear them at the UN General Assembly?
Could you tell me, you have taken it?
I've taken it, and I publicly posted. It's a funny thing because on my social media, they say that I'm a witch because I don't react to pain. So I post videos of myself getting my ears pierced or whatever. And so I posted for awareness, like, I'm getting my vaccine shot. Nobody focused on that. They were just like, how did the needle go in and you didn't scream? You're a witch, you're cultist.
So it just goes in
just funny. Yeah, it's a quick shot, intramuscular.
Is it a one-in-a-lifetime vaccine, or
no?
Is it
So
something you have
yes,
to
it's but some of it is multiple shots. So there's different types. There's Gardasil, which covers more strains. There's Severix. So it depends on which one you take. Now, I took Severix the first time, and that covers. It was 3 shots over a duration of about a year and a half. So you take the first shot. After a few months, the second. But there's single shots as well. It depends on which. So it's like saying you're taking paracetamol. They're different. You know that there's Emzor, there's different companies that produce, right? But it's the same vaccine. And some of it covers more strains of the virus. Like I said, HPV is not one strain of virus, it's a group of viruses. So whichever strain you contract is what could possibly lead to cervical cancer or a bunch of other types of cancers. So the vaccines are created to attack certain strains of the HPV.
Are there side effects? You know, we don't trust.
We don't trust you too, because
the COVID what we collect, you are hearing.
Did you take the COVID vaccine?
Yeah, I did. I even had COVID, so I didn't have to. But they said that.
We're all thinking that where people are dropping dead every second is from the blood clot, and we're all thinking it's the COVID vaccine. And you know, we all took the COVID vaccine, so some of us are just waiting. When is it my turn?
I don't want to die.
No, but so far nothing has, that's how many of us here. Now, if we're going by statistics again, if all of us on this table have taken the vaccine, and not one person can categorically say, the vaccine caused me to have this.
We don't know now. So we have different things that we are exhibiting now.
No, but that's the thing. So HPV, the vaccine for HPV has been around for ages. In America, they've been promoting and pushing the vaccine amongst women since about 2006. In the United Kingdom, it's been since like 2008. And if you check it, in America, they've recorded a 62% decline in deaths of women from cervical cancer in the last decade, since more people started taking the vaccine.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to cervical cancer screening. How important is it, and how I think it's one of the ways to also help in protecting as well as preventing, right?
Yes.
Women from the cancer itself, or to catch the cancer on time.
The virus.
Yeah. So how important is it for women, and how often should they do it?
It's very important. Unlike malaria or a lot of other diseases, many people will have symptoms that will make you want to go get tested. Like, oh, I have a fever, you know, and the chills and whatnot. But like I said, with HPV, in a lot of cases, is asymptomatic. I could be sitting here with it and I'm perfectly okay. You won't be able to tell. So the only way to actually check and know if you have it is to get,
because I hear there's also a certain age that a woman gets, I think from 45 and above, where they don't advise.
They don't bother. Yeah, because I mean,
you've already used up your
At that point, if you, and the thing about HPV is there's no cure. So once a person is infected, you're infected, which is why we're pushing prevention. Because if we don't have a cure, but we can detect it and prevent it, then why not do that? So the most important things I would say about HPV is knowing that it is it's one of the most highly infectious viral diseases in the world at large.
How long has it been around?
It's been around.
Vaccine,
the vaccine itself, I don't want to give the wrong statistics, but I know that in America it's been used since 2006, as far back as 2006.
Because I know that my brother's daughter, they told him that she should come, and she's 13, and my brother was like, and he asked me, I said that, what? Never. What is wrong with these people? So now I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, because when I was growing up, nobody told me about HPV vaccine. I don't think when they were growing up, and I'm a totally different generation to them.
You're a baby boomer, we know.
I don't think they were asked to take the vaccine, you know.
They're hearing about in our 30s.
This is a new, you said 2006, so it's quite new.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
So how far is the advocacy going in certain areas in Nigeria?
Yeah, especially the Bella Niger Stop HPV.
Yes. I'm very, shout out to Bella Niger, because I personally believe it's a very important thing to educate people and spread the word. And you know, the thing is, there will always be some level of resistance, which I encourage, because if we're all just taking everything we're being told to take, then that might be dangerous. So I encourage that, even if I like that there's questions, people are questioning things, do that and do research. Majority of what I'm saying right now is available on the internet, but speak to your own personal healthcare professional, speak to your doctor, speak to your gynecologist. Anyone in the medical field now or in women's health will encourage women to take the vaccine, because we've seen the dangers of not taking it. And I definitely believe in pros and cons. I've seen women who have suffered different kinds of cancers that have been caused, because it's not just cervical cancer, it causes so many others. There's the vaginal one, there's anal cancer, it causes a bunch of things, even genital warts. And when you see women who are already living with the consequences of these diseases, you realize that, you know what, experience might not be the best teacher in this case. I'm actually just not going to have to deal with that if I could make a decision of my own. And I strongly believe that the adults now need to take that decision wearing caps or hats, because the 9-year-old or 12-year-old or 13 or 14-year-old cannot make that decision on their own. So I'm actually encouraging the parents, mothers and fathers, to be the ones to do this research for themselves. By the time you do proper research and speak to your doctors, I think you should have a level of confidence that makes you make that decision to protect your daughter, your child. Because, like I said, the best ages to take it, I would say, between 9 and 14. Or generally between 9 and 26. They give the vaccine to women all the way up to the age of 45, which is because there's women who have done... You can still take it. You can still take it.
So if a woman takes it and she doesn't know she already has it?
Won't they test you before
So you do, before you take... The routine is to be screened before. So you would do a pap smear. Pap smears are usually done, I would say, from about the age of 18 to 20.
I hear that is scary.
Checks. It's not.
So for the 9-year-old, would there be a pap smear as well?
No, it's not scary.
No, I do pap smear every 2 years.
It's not as scary as childbirth. Let me put it that way. You've gone through scarier things.
Pap smear is easy.
You've gone through scarier things.
So you're due for pap smear.
She's overdue for it.
You haven't done a pap smear.
No, I haven't. My grandmother never did.
No. Our grandmother lived in it. Our grandmother lived in
different times,
different world.
Okay, please book me one. I
was going to ask, are there side effects to any of these vaccines?
Your grandmother was a silent generation.
They were taught not to talk at these.
But also environmental factors, even the world we live in now. There's so many things that we eat these days. Yes, I saw a post on Twitter last week or 2 weeks ago where people were chastising the person who posted it, where she had mentioned a certain medication that women use that is a risk factor to cancer. And she's not wrong, right? But it's also not like an alarming, scary situation, because if I give you a list of the things that are risk factors to cancer, at the moment, even the air we breathe could be a risk factor to cancer because of all the exhumes and the fumes we're taking in. So there's a wide range of things that could cause cancer. I can bring a smoker who's been smoking for the past decade and a young man who hasn't smoked. And the young man could have lung cancer and the smoker. There's so many risk factors, genetically, environmentally, there's so many things, which is why it's like there's no one size fits all, but as many things as we're able to discover, or science is able to discover and create avenues to prevent, I think we should get on it. You asked the question.
Yes, are there any side effects to any of the vaccines? You know, we talked about various different types of the vaccines that you could take. So are there any side effects to them?
So there are no currently that we've seen widespread, very, like for me, when I took the shot, the only thing I noticed was my arm was a bit heavy for like a couple of hours, and then I had a fever. Because the vaccine, how vaccines work generally is they are introducing the virus to your body and prepping and building those antibodies, right? So I did feel slightly like sick. I had a fever, but nothing that was enough to ruin my day. I went to work, I carried on normally, just used some paracetamol and I was good. So you might feel that, but nothing enough to like be debilitating or render you non-functional.
And in the scheme of things, vaccines are always better than you coming down with the disease.
With the actual disease.
So on YouTube, they are loving you. They have started a no weekday.
They are their own.
They are their own. Yes, we is saying the disease was around since forever. Or the days of our ancestors, it was known as evil forest disease. And they're just loving you. Jemima, thanks for the information. Hafsa says, but can Agbo work for it?
No.
Please take the vaccine.
What's the final word?
Andrew says you're a real beauty.
Thank you so much.
She truly is. I'm telling you guys, whatever you're seeing on TV is small.
Yes, compared to what to the show now.
All right.
You know, I did something that you now decide to wear this.
Why can't your business, yo? With my full chest, I wait. Jemima, please. What's the final word? Final word. Jemima, final word to women out there on HPV. What should they do? How do they find more information in terms of research, and just encourage them a bit more to get the vaccine?
My final word would be, everyone, prevention is better than cure. It's something we've all heard as Nigerians. And I feel like the person who coined it was really onto something. It breaks my heart to see women, Nigerian women in particular, because that's my primary area of concentration. It breaks my heart to see women die from something that is, like I said, easily detectable and largely preventable. If we can prevent this, then why are women still dying? We are aligned in maternal health, and we work together a lot on like women's health in Nigeria.
That's Nima.
And women, I know. We know where we're coming from. We've done things in the past, and one of the things that we see that's predominant is women are dying of very preventable things. Maternal death in Nigeria is at an all-time high, and we're attacking it from different angles. And one of it is from the angle of preventing HPV and the cancers that can arise from it. So I'm encouraging every woman watching this, do your research. I'm not saying just do it because Jemima said so. Do your research. If you're not confident yet just based on what I've said, please do your research. Read from verifiable websites, medical websites. I can put some out on my social media. I'll share as well with the beautiful ladies here so they can share and propagate. There's doctors you can speak to. If you follow the Bella Nigeria campaign, Stop HPV for Her, you see more medical professionals speaking up about it and explaining it. I would recommend that everyone, you know, go get screened and get the vaccine, and also educate more people, because it's not just about protecting yourself. It's about protecting the next woman.
I think it's already working. Yeah. Someone is asking on YouTube if it's safe for pregnant women to take.
No, I would say, no, don't take it in pregnancy.
Bed first.
Yeah.
Well, when you go to the hospital, they will advise as
and
well.
also when you speak to you, exactly. That's why a lot of times it's better when, no matter what the general conversation is, always speak to your own doctor. Another thing is the vaccines are readily available in Nigeria. Yes. So in government-owned hospitals, you get the vaccine for free. Like I said, it has been added to our official list of routine vaccinations, just like the polio vaccine and all the other ones we give children. So if you go to any of the government-owned hospitals in Nigeria, across the nation, you get the vaccine for free. It's also available in private-owned medical facilities. I
don't know if you started having a conversation about men taking this vaccine.
So the HPV vaccine right now is just for women.
Yeah. Because my last screening with my doctor, she was saying that this is a conversation that they're having, that sometimes, maybe now, we have to start thinking about men.
Yeah,
because they are the givers.
But that's why we need to protect ourselves, right? Because the apparent givers are mostly good to go. We're the ones who live with the consequences.
So the receiving end.
Better
Thank
to protect
you so
ourselves.
much, Jemima Suni,
Thank you
for sharing with
me.
us today. And this is highly informative. I would advise that many people go out there and do research so that they can make a decision. I have 2 daughters. I'm considering, okay, maybe they should do first while I'm thinking about my forefathers and my foremothers. I don't pass.
Submit to your grandmothers.
Thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions on the show today. No, thank you to YK for calling me out of my wigs. We'll continue this fight after the show. So join us live on Instagram.
So you're using me as your
I'm going live. Join us live on Instagram. I'm going to continue this fight with YK after the show. Thank you so much. That's all we can take. We wish you a beautiful remaining part of your day. We'll see you again tomorrow for another beautiful episode. Bye-bye now.